Hi, this is Trey Passer, and welcome to the Horoscope 101 channel. It's Saturday, so it's my day. This is Crazy Animal Week on Horoscope 101, and for my movie that I reviewed is a movie that I absolutely love. Okay, it's called Anacondas: The Search for the Blood Orchid. There we go. There we go. That's it. There's the back. Okay. Basically, this movie came out. This is a sequel to Anaconda, which came out in I think in 1997, and this one came out I think in 2004. Anyway, Anaconda is basically about this team that they go down to Borneo because they're in search of a flower, a certain flower. They call it the blood orchid, and it supposedly is like a fountain of youth thing. But it's a very rare flower. It only blooms every 7 years and they have to go down, to Borneo. Basically, they have a doctor, a scientist, and a bunch of different characters that they gather on this trip to go down to Borneo because I think they have 2 weeks before it doesn't bloom. You have to wait another 7 years, and so they get sponsored to go down there by this company, and they send, like I said, the doctor, his associate, and his research assistant, and they have a cameraman and a doctor, and then they go the scientists, I think, for the corporation that hired them, and they go down there to get the blood orchid, and of course, like I said, because it supposedly contains this fountain of youth, element in it that can extend life and stuff. So of course they want it because they find it and it works. Of course, it can be totally rich by selling these pills to extend life and stuff. Anyway, this movie stars you have Katie Strickland, you have Matthew Marchson, Eugene Bird, Sally Richardson, Morse Chestnut, excuse me, and a bunch of other characters. But what I love about this movie, Johnny Messner, okay, he plays the captain right there, Bill Johnson right there. But and like I said, basically they get down to Borneo, and of course it's rainy season, so they can't really, nobody wants to go out on the river where they have to go to get to plant, except they have to hire Bill Johnson, and he has his boat, and he has his sidekick Tran and his monkey, and so they gather the scientists and stuff on the boat and go in search of this flower. They pay him a lot of money, and he risks going to get the flower. And anyway, what they find out, and this is not really it is kind of a spoiler, but it's kind of necessary for the story. While they're searching, they have an accident and the boat goes over the waterfall, and of course, so they have to trek through the forest, to get to where the flower is. And while they're trekking through the forest, they run into anacondas of the title, and of course, these anacondas, because of this flower, like I said, this is a spoiler, but this is the reason why they find these anacondas that are just gigantic. It basically grew because of this flower that is extending life. And, it just makes these anacondas grow bigger and larger. And what I love about this movie, like I said, it's basically these people trying to survive all these anacondas because it's mating season, okay? And all these anacondas are supposed to be gathering together to hunt for a female, and so of course, but due to exposure to this plant, they're gigantic. So basically, they start hunting these people, and also there's other twists and turns in this with this crew. They're bitching at each other. They're in the jungle, and some of them don't want to go. Some of them want to go home. Some of them don't. Some are determined to get that flower, and it's a really good cast because the personalities, and specifically one person who made this movie for me. His name is Eugene Bird. He plays Cole Burris in this movie. He's like the resident, I guess, electronics expert. I guess he's going to be the cameraman and stuff. But for his performance alone, is worth it to see this movie because he is a scream. And I'm telling you, when you see this movie, pay special attention to Cole Burris because I think he comes into the movie like about 25 minutes into the movie or something. But he is absolutely hilarious. He is funny, scary, and annoying at the same time, and he is absolutely priceless in this movie. This movie wouldn't be half as fun as it was if he wasn't in it. Okay, and I know this movie I think got a crappy rating on IMDb, but to me this movie is definitely a 7 out of 10, just because of I like the interaction between the cast, and this is actually a good cast. Just like I think the first cast had Ice Cube in it. For the first one, you had Anaconda, John Boyd, and I think Eric. What's his name? Eric. I can't think of his name. Eric. But anyway, this movie is just like I said. It's good. You got good tension. You got people wanting to go home. People wanting to press on for the flower. And there's a lot of twists and turns that happen in this movie that I don't want to spoil that happen. But you got good kills by the snakes. And it's just a fun ride. Exactly, Anacondas is absolutely fantastic, and you believe the people when they're scared, and you believe the people when they. It's just a fun. But Eugene Bird, I keep going back to this, but Eugene Bird, who plays Cole Burris, he is like I said, he's hilarious, uh, funny, and scary at the same. And annoying also. I forgot to throw that in there also. He's also annoying and stuff. And like I said, and most of the cast and crew of this movie, they have different personalities and stuff. So, like I say, they're not all, stereotypical. I mean, they are kind of in a way, but they're distinguishable. And then, what I want to say is that you actually, you know, care what happens to the people. Even like I said, they have personalities in the movie, which I think is great. And Johnny Messner, who plays Bill Johnson, the captain, he's kind of his part is kind of stereotypical. The loner American who's down there, ex special forces and all. You know how that usually is in these movies. But he's a decent actor, so you kind of go with it. And like I said, you have Katie Strickland. She plays Sam Rogers. She's the like the research assistant, and she's good. And also, like I said, Eugene Bird. You got Morris Chestnut. He plays Gordon Mitchell. He's like the partner of there's a doctor, Dr. Jack Bryan, played by Matthew Martin. He's his partner. And they're the ones that I guess to convince the people to finance this expedition down there. And then you also have Sally Richardson Whitfield, who plays Gail Stern. She's the researcher for the corporation. She's like the scientist. Okay. But like I said, it's a good cast. Great crew. You got great kills in there, but he's gigantic anacondas, and it's just a fun ride. And like I said, Eugene Bird, especially watch out if you see this movie, watch for Eugene Bird and tell me you don't agree with that if you see this movie that Eugene Bird made this movie as Cole Burris. I remember this movie going to see it and it stuck out of my head. That's why I got it because of him because he was absolutely. He was hysterical, funny, annoying, and everything else. Okay, so definitely see this movie. Definitely, like I said, I did give it a low rating on IMDb, but to me, this movie's like a 7 out of 10. It's fun, funny. It's scary when it has to be scary. You believe the people. A good cast, good looking cast, and good acting cast, and it's a really decent movie. So definitely, I definitely recommend this. Okay, and let me know if you've seen this. Let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Passer for the Horoscope 101 channel saying so long and take care. And also, there'll be one more day tomorrow for Sunday, okay, for a crazy animal week. Okay, and this is Trey Passer again saying so long and take care.